Alrighty, y'all, I've got this Murray 3.5 horsepower classic 20-inch push mower here. Looks like it shouldn't be too bad to fix. I've got to put a pull rope on it and also lube up the recoil because it's a little lazy to come back. But keep looking at this. It doesn't have a safety cable on it, so but it looks like they've got a switch where it'll go on and off. I just throw some zip ties on it like I always do. Oil, looks like it's decent. It's black, but it's got plenty in it, which is good. Well, like they tried a new spark plug with it. This one's particular one looks like it was made in November of '96. Look under here. Blade looks to be okay. Looks like I can still use it, which is a good thing. Whoever had this set the wheels on it really low, so I'm gonna have to take the wheels off of it and raise those up. And I've got to put a bolt on the handle here too, because one of the handle bolts came out and it's sitting right there. So when I take the wheels off, hopefully I can get them off without stripping them. I'll fix that. But people do love these little 20-inch 3.5 horsepower classics. They are good push mowers overall. So I'll work on this one, and although it looks like it's been scrubbed up against bushes its entire life, shouldn't really affect it any. Check the gas tank. A little cruddy, but not too bad. And it's empty, which I guess is a good thing. And air filter just needs to be cleaned on it. But yeah, I'll first start off by finding me a 3/4 inch socket and taking these wheels off here and raising this thing up, because I got it cutting on the ground right now. So let me get started. So I got the wheels raised up, like I said. On these mowers that have the quote-unquote non-adjustable wheels, or the not the quick adjust wheels, you've got usually the 3 or 4 holes that you can put the wheels in, and they just unbolt. Like you had 3/4 on the other side and then a 9/16 on this side. So all I had to do was unbolt it, make sure that the washer stayed there in between the wheel and the deck, and put it back on. That's what I did for all 4 of the wheels. I had a couple of Murray specific safety cables, and the Murray specific ones are ones that have like a little T instead of the I guess you can call it the L, and has this bracket here that attaches to the handle. And so I had one of these short ones here that would fit one like this, and so I found a spring and a cable, put the cable on, and got a safety cable for it. So just trying to get rid of a few parts under the house, and so might as well put a safety cable on a mower. It's always a good way to do it. So this has got a safety cable now, and this is the throttle cable for it actually, and the throttle cable that they rigged up works. So I'm just going to keep it on here because it does work. So I guess the next step is going to work on the pull rope, and then also things like cleaning the air filter on it. So that should be next. It's not too difficult to do. We'll take it off. I might give it a couple of extra turns since it is a little bit lazy to return on me right now. But should be pretty straightforward. You got your 3 3/8" bolts. One's over here, one's over here, one's on the front. I'll have to take the throttle cable off as well. No big deal. So I will I'll work on that next, along with taking the gas tank out and cleaning it, cleaning the air filter. Alright, so I got this Murray here. I think I've got it fixed at least. I put a second mounting point for the throttle cable right there because it was kind of hitting on the exhaust, and that's not a good thing. I saw me put the safety cable on, working well. And then y'all also, or I told you I was going to put a pull rope on it. Really easy to do with these. I think I've shown it in a previous video. It's just your three bolts for the cover. You take it off, pull it all the way out, and vice grip so that it doesn't recoil back on you, and then you're pretty much in business. You just cut the rope to length, feed it through the eyelet, line it up with the hole here on the inside, and you're good to go. These are really easy to feed through eyelets as well, unlike Tecumseh's. Tecumseh's are a bear to do. But I put gas in it, and it seems to be priming, so let's give this thing a try. So I got some sort of pull rope problem. That's not good. Sometimes they don't like to recoil, or they like to do strange things, and that was no exception. So let me it runs good apart from that. But let me make sure that everything's right with the pull rope here, and I'll continue to work on it. Okay, so I ended up finishing this thing. What I did is I put lubricant on the pull rope mechanism, as well as I guess the recoil portion of the rope there, and let it sit overnight. Got it out this morning, let it run for a good 15 minutes or so. It ran the gas out of the tank that was in it. So changed the oil, sharpened the blade on it, and cleaned the air filter out. I decided not to wash it for one of the main reasons is because of this pull rope here. I'm sure that it doesn't need any rust on the spring or anything like that, because that would not help it. And plus, the mower itself is in okay shape. It's already relatively clean anyways. So for a $50 mower, somebody should enjoy this. People do love these 20-inch 3.5 horsepower classic Murrays. They're nice solid little mowers for what they are. So let me crank it up here. As you can see, no screeching or anything like that now, thankfully. Pretty happy mower, runs pretty good.